Look, hello people. Look, hope you. Hello people. Another beautiful day. Hope your five senses work. Health and strength is good or excellent. What? Look, I'm talking about Forza Horizon 5 and artificial intelligence. Microsoft tried to use artificial intelligence in Forza Horizon 5 as a test run. And there is no such thing as playing offline while you're online playing. Online doesn't have an offline. There is no such thing as playing offline while you're online, because what offline really means is that there is no internet connection whatsoever. Okay, and whether it's wirelessly or cable, there's no internet connection. Offline means that you're not connected to the internet wired, or you're not connected to the internet wirelessly through your console. That's what offline is, and your consoles should not be picking up any update while you're offline, because that's what offline really is. So when it comes to Forza Horizon 5 now, Playground Studios and Microsoft tried to use artificial intelligence, AI, in Forza Horizon 5, and they were trying to make you believe that you can be online and then play offline while you're online, because there's no such thing as playing offline while you're online. That stuff don't exist. Nobody goes online to play by themselves. That stuff don't exist. So if you're gonna play offline, that means there's no internet connection. So Microsoft in Playground Studios was using Forza Horizon 5 as a test run to promote artificial intelligence. And every time, because in Forza Horizon 2, 3, and 4, you were always playing with other people. You get on the game, you see people driving all over the map and doing their thing, sometimes 2 cars deep, 3 deep, 4 deep, 5 deep, or even 6 deep, 7 deep. They're just online doing their thing. And you could be parked off to the side, and then you're seeing them blowing past you at blazing speeds, racing each other, right? That was the beauty of Forza Horizon, right? In Forza Horizon 2, it was the same thing. Forza Horizon 3, it was the same thing. Forza Horizon 4, it was the same thing. But Forza Horizon 5 now, Playground Studios with Microsoft tried to promote offline play into online games, and then by using artificial intelligence, and then they try to isolate you. So every time you go on the game, you'll be like, welcome back so and so, right? And then every time you go on the map, you're on there by yourself. You're on the map by yourself, and then you see these AI cars pretending to be humans, and it messes with your mind. So a person that's playing Forza Horizon 5 right now don't understand what's happening to them. Every time they go on the game, they should be asking themselves, like, why am I always on this map by myself? And then you realize what Microsoft and Playground Studios tried to do. They're trying to promote AI, and they were using Forza Horizon 5 as a test run. And they wanted to brainwash you and have you believe that you can be offline and then be online. You can be offline and then be online at the same time. That stuff don't exist. Offline means that there is no internet connection to your games, wired or wireless. And offline means that when you're offline, that your console shouldn't be collecting any updates. And That's what they try to do. They try to promote this this offline in online games, and it don't exist, because there's no such thing as a person going online to play video games by themselves. That stuff don't exist. And whenever you play Forza Horizon 5, you'll see what they're trying to do. It's kind of like brainwashing, and they'll try to downplay it like, oh, you know, this is just a part of the game. No, it ain't. Because in Forza Horizon 2, we were playing against all kind of people across the world. I mean, across the globe. Different players from all across the world. Okay? And they were driving all different. They were doing their thing. But you try to replace humans with AI, with artificial intelligence, and then you try to fool the public. And you know, from December, the last time I played Forza Horizon 5, me specifically, when I realized what's going on, the last time I really played that game was December. What's this? 2024. The last time I played that game was December 3rd of 2022. That was the last time I played Forza Horizon 5. Once I realized what's going on. Because what they tried to do was in Forza Horizon 5, they don't want to see humans play together. They don't. So they try to isolate us. So every time you jump on the game, you're on the map by yourself, and you're like, something should click off in your mind like, wait a minute, this is not normal. The only time this is supposed to happen is when I'm offline with no internet connection. And most people don't pick up on it, so they don't know. So they try to use Forza Horizon 5 as a test run to promote this this nonsense that you can have offline. You can play offline in an online game, and that's not even true. Okay, so that's from December 3rd, 2022. That was the last time I played that game, Forza Horizon 5, and I never played it since again. Okay, because every time you go in that game, it's a ghost town. There's nobody on the map except who? Artificial intelligence vehicles pretending to be humans. And Playground Studios and Microsoft they don't want humans to play together. So they replace the online players with artificial intelligence players, computers. I mean, computer bots. And once I figured that out, I stopped playing that game. I will never play it again. Never play it again. I might play Forza Horizon 2, 3, or maybe 4. But as far as 5 goes, I will never touch it. Okay? There were a lot of people that came on YouTube that tried to explain Forza Horizon 5, and they still don't get it. But now they do. Microsoft and Playground Studios were using Forza Horizon 5 to promote artificial intelligence. Every time you go on that map, you're like, what? The first question should come to your mind is like, this is an online game. Why am I on the map by myself? And then it become clear as day. That's why a lot of gamers like myself and others, we don't play that game anymore. We don't even touch it because we get it, we understand it. That's why we never play it. Now, some people might go online and try to fool you like, oh yeah, Forza Horizon 5. But remember this, there is no such thing. There is no such thing as being online while you're offline. There is no such thing. And that's what Microsoft tried to promote. And the game messes with your mind because they don't want you to play together. This artificial intelligence stuff. This is why I stayed away from that game. And it was messing with me once I figured it out. I'm just like, I put the game down. I don't touch it no more. They try to fool the public by saying, well, you can have offline while you're online. Nonsense. There is no such thing. When you're offline, there is no internet connection whatsoever. None. Whether it's wirelessly or whether it's cable. And this is why some people were getting upset about Forza Horizon 5. Because they figured it out, like, wait a minute, this is not normal. And here's the thing too with Forza Horizon 5. They can shut off. They can shut off that online feature that you have with like you had it in Forza Horizon 2, where you would see other players. You see other online players playing. So they were using Forza Horizon 5 as a test run to see how AI would work. Yeah, when it comes to this video game stuff, I do know this stuff. Okay? I do know this. See, I don't just play video games just to be playing it. I read upon it and I study this stuff, and once I figure out what I need to figure out, look out. That's the difference. See, me, I'm not like other players who try to use looks, who try to sell what's that, sex appeal or whatever they try to sell. Me, I do research on this stuff, and if something is not adding up, you're gonna hear from me, definitely. Okay. So that's what they were doing with Forza Horizon 5. They were using Forza Horizon 5 to promote artificial intelligence. Okay. And they were trying to isolate. And this is why when you go on the map, every time you turn that game on, you're always on the map by yourself. The players that are playing it right now, they can't even tell what's happening to them. They can't even tell. But for people like me who've been playing video games for years, you're not gonna fool me and others. No, you're not. Okay? Every time I went on that game, man, it was just like I'm on the map by myself. And I got invisible car parked off to the side, acting like they're humans, and they'll try to go in front of me, act like they're racing with me. And then on top of that, you can drive through them. So you're like, this is not normal. Okay? So Microsoft and Playground Studios, when they were doing that promotion for Forza, doing all that hype for Forza Horizon 5, a lot of the players didn't see what was coming. But now they do. Microsoft and Playground Studios don't want us to play together. Especially when it comes to Forza Horizon 5. So when I seen this, oh yeah, they're gonna hear from me with this video, that's for sure. Just like when they were charging people for off and online play at the same time for all those years. And they didn't want people to know about it until I brought it up. Okay? And what did they do? They removed the block. They removed the block off the first they removed the block where you couldn't play offline, but now you can. Okay? They removed it right during the middle of the what was that? The United Kingdom's decision over Activision Blizzard merger. That's when they removed it. But all those years before that, they were charging you for off and online play at the same time. Yeah. Okay. So when it comes to this video game stuff, I do know what the heck I'm talking about. Okay. They were using Forza Horizon 5 to promote artificial intelligence. And that's why they had people isolated. It was a test run to see how this was going to work. Yeah, it's a difference. So people that are playing Forza Horizon 5 right now, and they're sitting on the map by themselves, they don't realize what's happening to them. But now they do. Now they do. Yeah. It's just it's just like with the Xbox enforcement team. They wanted people that never hacked their network to take the fall for people who do. And that's why they wanted you to they wanted you to buy a new console to get back on so you can get back online so you can play. And then those digital games that you bought, they wanted you to repurchase them. Okay? And here's another thing too about those digital games that you buy. when the games are being installed on your system, it's the demo, it's not the real game. Yeah, the games that you buy from the Microsoft store, when they install on the console, what you're getting is the demo. It's not the full game, and you're not getting the full game with the features. Yeah. Okay. So when it comes to this and then on top of that too, especially with the Xbox One too, you know, your Blu-ray drive has an off and on switch, because they can cut the they can cut the power cut the mechanics to where you can put a physical game on it or not. They can. Okay. So this whole Xbox console ban, and with this Forza Horizon 5 situation, was a test run to see how artificial intelligence works. Yeah. Okay. When it comes to this gaming stuff, I do a lot of reading up on this stuff. I don't just come out here running my mouth just to be running it. But if I discover a problem and it's affecting me and other players, and without doing some real in-depth reading on this, you're gonna hear from me. Yeah, you are. See, people like me, we don't hack networks, man. We don't. And then we have to pay a price for someone else's wrongdoing. So the Xbox enforcement team really need to look themselves in the mirror and find out what the definition of a modder and a hacker is. See, people like me, we don't hack games. Matter of fact, I'll ship you my Xboxes. You're saying I'll ship you my Xboxes. I'll ship you them too. I'll ship them to you. Yeah. So they were trying to accuse us, man, like accuse players like me, oh, we were hacking your network. I'm like, no, we weren't, because we don't know we don't know that stuff. And the enforcement team wanted us to take the fall for someone else's wrongdoing. Okay. And then they want to take full control of the console by shutting off the Blu-ray drive and the DVD drive. There were some people on YouTube that was talking about this, but they were defending defending Microsoft. They weren't explaining anything. Yeah. But when it comes to this Forza Horizon 5, it was a test run. It was a test run to see how artificial intelligence would affect gamers. And then they got the nerve to try to promote offline while you're online. And there is no such thing. Because when you're offline, there is no internet connection wirelessly. That's one. And there's no internet connection cable-wise. Yeah. Okay. So that game, man, I had to put that game down, man, like when I realized what was really happening here. Because how do I go from playing with people online to just being on the map by myself? And it bugged me for months, and I couldn't figure it. I'm like, something's not right here. And then I realized what Microsoft and Playground Studio was doing. Using Forza Horizon 5 as a test run to promote artificial intelligence. Yeah. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek fan. Poor Dark Side. I'm gone. Peace.